What's up, gamers? Aaron Shack here, and Skydance New Media and Marvel Games have dropped some footage here for Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. This is that Captain America Black Panther game that we had seen some stuff on previously, some screenshots and some hype that this was going to be Captain America and Black Panther's grandfather during World War II in Paris, and this is going to be led by Amy Hennig, who did the original Uncharted's 1, 2, and 3. And she left around 4 when they gave it to Neil Druckmann. So Amy Hennig being like the incredible hive mind behind Uncharted, one of what I would say would be like the greatest storytelling games and some of the most fun and enriching and action-packed gameplay of all time. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have 2 videos to look at, and I'm going to do kind of a game, well, not really gameplay we're looking at here, but sort of a analysis and breakdown of what we see. So let's see what we got. Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
They're combing the streets, searching house to house.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy.
Six-foot cat man.
By my count, that makes 2 super soldiers loose in Paris.
3, counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops. Be careful, Stanwasami.
When am I not?
Dude.
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Okay.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Okay, always good. Make your heroes fight each other. Alright, that's cool. $20.25. I like the look. Actually, yeah, let's back it up a frame, of course. Yeah, I really like the look. We had kind of seen like a silhouetted form of this image here, and obviously we have Wakanda and we have Paris, in the theater of World War II, and we have several different characters here. And I'm wondering, like, is it all 4 characters are going to be playable? That's probably what I'm thinking here. This is told to be a single-player narrative heavy game, so something that's going to tell a really good story. I like the way Cap's outfit looks. It's very 1940s, like leathery. You got your little satchels, and it fits. And then, of course, we look over here at a more classic Black Panther outfit with the cape that we know from the comics and stuff. We see a more modern, slightly more modern look to it, but it still kind of fits the time period of what, sort of a modern science fiction type outfit, advanced technology would be used during that time period, what type of metals and stuff, of course, something that's able to scratch Cap's shield, right? So, actually, let's hit a few hot spots on the trailer. I really like the narrative
They will
here.
take you to their headquarters.
So Howard
and you
Stark,
will not return.
Julie.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy.
I'm not sure who that is, but he sounds familiar. But I like it. I think they've caught the right sort of tone for this. You know, it's serious,
Loose in Paris.
but you can make those light jokes.
Too many.
The stakes seem really high. None of this appears to be gameplay. This all looks like it's cutscenes and stuff. And then, of course, right here, we're seeing actor Khary Payton, who you might know as Ezekiel in The Walking Dead.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans.
Azzuri. Yeah, there you go.
Before that American.
Of course, I can't get a good screen. There we go. Yeah, that's him right there, totally. And a really good face capture, too. Like, he's looking good. He sounds good. I mean, his voice really fits the character. So I think it works.
The Eye of Force has been found.
Gabe. Yeah, all about the rise of Hydra.
Just stick to the rooftops.
That snowy rooftops.
Stand beside me.
When am I not?
Looks so cool. Now, see, this looks like it could
Better if I
be
tackle this one alone.
You may encounter
like
some obstacles.
introducing a
That won't be a
gameplay
problem.
segment right here.
Our cat friend is definitely here too.
I mean, if
By the
that's
look of
what we can look at in terms of combat,
Cat friend is definitely.
is something akin to what we saw in Marvel's Avengers, or even the Captain America game, the first Avenger that was based on the movie. Even that one was pretty good. It wasn't great, but it was, you know, it was a game. But obviously, you know, if Amy Hennig and Skydance New Media is heading up this incredible new team, I think we're going to see something really cool from this. And I'm also curious, like, you know, will we see a couple different Captain America outfits? And I think it's healthy to say this now. I don't think they should do any outfits from the movies. I think if they do, pull stuff from the comics and do your own unique spin on stuff. I would rather have stuff that's like era appropriate than having like a pink Captain America outfit, or having, you know, his Endgame outfit, which doesn't really fit with the time period, right? And the technology that's available here. I actually like this kind of bare bones look to it. I really enjoyed his look in Avengers as well, where it was literally just like, he put on, like, for lack of it, armor, essentially. I mean, even though Cap doesn't really need it, it just fits the soldier type of look, is that he was dressed
Tackle this one alone.
very
You
much
may
like a soldier.
encounter some
But yeah, I
obstacles.
like it.
That won't be a
It looks
problem.
good. I'm not sure who the actor is,
Cat
but
friend is
I
definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
dig the serious and stoic voice.
Who the
Oh,
hell?
obviously, Khary Payton
you?
fits.
If you wanted us dead, we'd
I
be
want to
dead.
see
So
what
do
these
you
other
want?
two characters, these side characters, have to do. Game.
That's far enough!
Stay out of.
And then, of course, like, one of the things that you do anytime there's like a hero team up, it's just classic storytelling, that you take the heroes and make them oppose each other, at least for a little while, and sort of say, no, hey, this is my thing, you know, get out of my way. I don't need distractions. I don't need to have to worry about some cat guy running around here. I think it's pretty funny. So yeah, if there is like a little boss fight between these two, I think that would be really fun. I'm not sure how the gameplay is going to work. You know, if you're able to pick one character and play as them, or if there's specific moments where they want you to be a different character. But I mean, I hope there's something that allows for that.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way.
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone.
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
That block, though, I like it. So yeah, 1943, Rise of Hydra. it's just such a they didn't even use the name, you know. They have these names: Captain America, Black Panther. Didn't even bother to throw them in the title. That's interesting to me. Because normally you would use that just to sort of generate hype and stuff, but they are obviously going with something really bold here. Oh man, that's a really good still right here that I didn't see coming. Actually, it doesn't look like any of the... Yeah, none of the keyboard shortcuts for YouTube are working right now. Okay, it's kind of working, but it's going... Dude, that's so cool. Yeah, I like the look. I like the vibe. Now we have something else we can go deeper into this. So that is the 2-minute long story trailer. But now we have this 12-minute and 49-second video coming from State of Unreal 2024. We did see some stuff shown about Fortnite and upcoming physics updates and stuff like that. But let's just see what all this means specifically for this game with Captain America and Black Panther in it. 1943 Rise of Hydra.
Okay, do you want to hear some more about that? It's my pleasure to introduce one of the greatest storytellers in video games, my good friend, Amy Hennig. Amy, come on up.
Buddy, finally
It's awesome to see you here.
I'm not sure why this is coming in so quiet.
Thank you, Kim. And look, we are so excited to finally show what we've been working on at Skydance New Media. And I just got to say, I am so proud of what the team has accomplished. My God.
It's incredible. Right? Amy, I'm sure the audience is wanting to know more about your game and the team. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. Well, as the trailer hopefully illustrates, we are creating a story-driven World War II era Marvel action-adventure game with an ensemble of playable heroes. But
I like it.
It's important to note, people might not think this. This isn't some custom demo that we made just for this show. That's our game.
That is your
right?
game.
Okay.
All the sequences you just saw in that trailer are all pulled right out of our game.
No vertical slice.
Unreal Engine 5, no smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
I dig that, because usually that's what you see. Smoke and mirrors.
I expect nothing less from your team. It's absolutely incredible. As with many of your past projects, you're really bridging the gap between films and games. But this is a whole new level. What's different nowadays compared to the old days?
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, you and I have known each other for what, over a decade now?
Over a decade, yeah.
Right. And we immediately hit it off, and I think it's because we've been chasing the same dream, right?
True. Yes.
Which is to create richly interactive experiences that are cinematic, immersive, and make you feel like you're in a movie, but with all the player agency that you expect from a really great game, right?
Right.
And in the past, this has always felt like it was just beyond our grasp. But I think we're finally crossing that threshold.
Yeah, we're trying our best.
Yes, we're trying our best, yeah. And look, when we're telling a character-driven story, it's critical for us to be able to really faithfully capture and honor every nuance of our actors' stellar performances. So we've been incredibly grateful to be able to partner closely with our friends on the MetaHuman team to tell our story.
Tell us a little bit about the visuals in the game.
Well, again, thanks to Epic and the Unreal Engine development team, we've been able to leverage some of the new Nanite and Lumen features being released in the 5.4.
That's awesome.
And honestly, this is really helping our team to achieve a level of visual fidelity that enables us to present this authentically grounded Marvel universe.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go a little bit deeper and see some of these features that the team has used by firing up a level in the game. So, let's do that.
Sounds good. Okay. First, I'd like to introduce two of my colleagues. Colin Hennon, our cinematic animation director. And Roman Adiola, our director of photography.
And he just happens to be on stage.
So Colin will be live and editor, and Roman will be on the virtual camera, just like he is at all of our performance capture shoots. So, if you all are ready, let's switch the feed and go back to that bridge environment. And let's see, yep, you're live, good, okay. So Colin, let's boom down and take a closer look at this environment. So to create a really immersive game experience, the characters and environments have to work together harmoniously. We can't just drop believable characters into a less than convincing world. So we need to start with authentic and densely detailed environments as the setting to our story. And look, because part of our story is set in 1940s occupied Paris, we needed the world to have a really believable and visceral level of detail and grit, as you can see here. So, Roman, why don't we focus on the ground here for a bit? Now look at that. That's an amazing amount of detail. It would have been nearly impossible to get something this complex to run in real time without the new features in 5.4. So, Kim, let's talk about some of the levels of detail that we're seeing here.
Sure.
Wow.
So, we're talking about Nanite's new adaptive tessellation feature. So, whilst Nanite lets you create environments like you're seeing here of incredible detail, the memory requirements can become impractical to realize for such a level of complexity.
You need a new CPU.
Level, without the need for lots of instancing. And we thought that was a challenge, and we wanted to deal with it.
So, Colin, let's actually strip this scene right down to the dirt so folks can see what we're talking about.
So, see how simple this is? Relatively simple ground plane. Actually, let's show the triangle so you can actually see what's there. Just a few hundred triangles. Let's pop it back to the beauty render view. But with this new dynamic tessellation capability, we can actually displace that simple geometry and create new three-dimensional geometry of the quality that you're used to with Nanite. With nothing more than layering tile textures and using shader logic, you can make incredibly complex effects. So instead of me trying to explain it, let's get Colin to show the magic, and let's see a transformation of this face. This technique allows you to see an unprecedented level of geometric detail, but it's also memory efficient and can be changed dynamically in the runtime of your game. So things like footprints or tire tracks or even supernatural effects, if you would want them, can be visualized. And just to show how this simple geometry has now been transformed, let's have a look at the triangle view again. There you go. What you expect from Nanite. So it's a really, really smart, interesting technique to actually get details into the games without crazy, crazy amounts of geometry.
Let's switch it back to the detail view. Thank you. And of course, as you can imagine, this technology isn't just useful for the ground and for the ground terrain. It applies to every detail in the environment. So let's fly over to that pile of objects on the left over there, for example. And Colin, while we do, can you kill those headlights for me?
Cool.
Thank you. Okay, so imagine our challenge. We're trying to authentically recreate a harsh winter in occupied Paris. That means every prop, every object, every detail, every rooftop needs to be realistically blanketed in snow. So now let's show how we can dial up the snow accumulation on these objects. Right? And of course, we can dial it back as desired.
It's making me feel chilly, actually.
Yeah, actually, it's a little cold up here.
Or maybe it's just nerves.
And remember, of course, like Kim said, thanks to this technology, this is all actual geometry. So you can see how tools like these would really empower even a small team to art direct and set direct environments dynamically. It enables our artists to create a series of layers in the environment and then build up the complexity, layer by layer by layer. Now, speaking of set dressing, let's go check out that fire barrel over by the watchtower we saw earlier. Yeah, that's the one there. And let's turn on a light to really illuminate the smoke coming out of the barrel. Thank you. Look at that.
Jeez.
We could have never achieved effects this realistic in the past.
That looks crazy.
So this is what we call heterogeneous volumes. In the past, effects like these would be done with particle sprites. But that's kind of a cheat that often breaks down and can look flat. It's nice from afar, but far from nice, as we say back in the UK. So if we look at the glow of the fire as it dynamically illuminates the volumetric smoke, you can see that light transmitting through the volume. You can also see that the smoke itself is casting shadows onto the world, but also itself. These volumetrics can also mix with more traditional effects as well. So if you do want to put particles in there, fog, or even cards, you can do it. It all works in a
way you move the light.
You can run the simulation, the smoke simulation, in Unreal Engine natively if you want. Or you can import OpenVDB datasets as sparse volume textures, resulting in film quality visual effects, volumetric visual effects, all running in real time that are totally responsive to dynamic lighting.
Yeah, and it just looks incredible. Now, of course, all of this is just to help us tell our story, right? And the story is nothing without great characters. So let's head back over to the bridge and catch up with Cap. Now, an essential part of any character's persona, particularly
my
a
God.
hero, is their look.
So
And it can be really distracting if the outfit doesn't look as realistic and believable as the rest of the world. So you can see Cap's leather uniform fits just like you would expect in real life, with all the correct material properties and the complexity of creases forming as he moves.
Cargo pants, leather.
From a technical perspective, this is where we can effectively utilize
Ouches.
machine learning. We can set up and run complex simulations in a package like Houdini and import that data into UE. We then use this to train an ML model, producing film quality deformations that run in real time.
But none of this matters without great facial performances. So let's bring Azzuri, T'Challa's grandfather and our Black Panther, into this scene, this time with his mask off.
But I know who you are, Captain. America's hero, dancing around in red, white, and blue underwear.
Ooh.
That shield that you hide behind does not belong to you. You
Mm.
are unworthy of it.
All right, and as he pauses here, Roman, why don't you go in really close and really show everybody the detail that we have in these models.
Dude.
It's insane, right? Like
That's Khary Payton, man.
It's essential for us to retain every nuance of the outstanding performance that our actor, Khary Payton, brought to Azzuri's character.
Wow.
What you just saw there were untouched metahuman animator solves. So working with the metahuman process, we've been able to honor our amazing actors' performances and faithfully transform them into equally powerful digital performances. Now, of course, it all starts with the actor's talent, and we're fortunate to have two of our cast with us in the audience today. So I'd like to introduce Drew Moerlein, who plays Captain America.
Okay.
Yay!
That's so cool.
Yeah. And Khary Payton, our Black Panther. See, they hug. They're friends. They're not really fighting. It's all good. And of course, I want to take this opportunity to thank them and the rest of our wonderful cast for going on this incredibly crazy journey with us. And
That's
now,
so cool.
as a special treat, let's take a look at the entire bridge scene that you saw earlier. But this time, we'll keep Azzuri's mask off to really showcase what we can do when all this incredible talent and all these amazing features come together. But remember, this is running entirely in real time.
Awesome.
That's far enough! I'm here on the business of the United States government.
Yours is not the only business here. Stay out of my way.
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone. Turn around, boy. Go home.
Look, pal, I don't know who you are.
But I know who you are. Captain. America's hero. Dancing around in red, white, and blue underwear.
Says the man dressed like an overgrown house cat.
That shield that you hide behind does not belong to you. You are unworthy of it.
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Ooh. Oh, man. That dialogue hits.
All in engine, and just to show there's no cheating going on, hey, Colin, can you show the editor and the sequence of timelines?
Right.
So it really is running on Unreal Engine.
We don't cheat. Yeah.
Damn. That's a slap in the face to a lot of people that
I've
create
never seen
those
performances in a video game that are so
those
believable.
vertical slices
Storytelling, the action, I can't wait.
that
It's
end
so
up
good to
being
play. Anyway,
nothing like
Amy,
the game.
Colin, Roman, thank you so much for showing your game.
Thank you.
We can't wait for it to ship.
Yes. Okay. We better
We'll get on with the
back to
show.
work, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
All
back
right.
to
Bye,
work. Back
everybody.
to work.
That's so cool.
Remember.
Okay,
it's running
so
entirely in real time.
let's watch that scene one more time because that was just too good.
That's far enough! I'm here on the business of the United States government.
Yours is not the only business here. Stay out of my way.
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone. Turn around, boy. Go home.
Look, pal, I don't know who you are.
But I know who you are. Captain. America's hero. dancing around in red, white, and blue underwear.
Says the man dressed like an overgrown house cat.
That shield that you hide behind does not belong to you. You are unworthy of it.
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, gamers. I think that's all we've got on this one, but I'm really excited for this. I think this is going to be one of my big games. I'm really excited to check out. As soon as there's more footage or more details about this game, I'll be the first to let you guys know. But I'm really digging this. I think this looks like a lot of fun. I hope it doesn't launch anywhere near Grand Theft Auto 5 because I know they said, or 6, because this is launching in 2025. Hopefully at opposite ends of the year so that both can be enjoyed and there's no competition, there's no loss here for either one. I want both of these games to succeed. But yeah, this just looks incredible. And this is kind of the next-gen game I've been waiting for, where it's like, okay, this is the leap forward in graphical fidelity, in performance. This is like, you know, what we kind of get at the tail end of a lot of generations is like where they start either getting used to the new hardware and they know exactly how to make it work, and then they come out with some of the most incredible games at the tail end of a generation, and then you kind of have to start all over when you get like a new plastic box at the beginning of the next generation. So you always end up with a lot of really good games towards the end, but I'm hoping we're not there in terms of generation speak here, but I think we're finally starting to see like, wow, this is going to be like really pushing our systems to the limit, and this is going to look absolutely incredible. The detail that they're able to capture and the art that they're able to create through this, it's just incredible. So once again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos, and we will be back with more soon. Take care.